What's up, beautiful people? My name is Nikki, guys. Welcome or welcome back to Unpretty. What I would love to give you today is the gift of self compassion. A little bit how I came into realizing how important this was. I have to take you back a little bit. So in 2021, I started to feel off balance a lot. I had a lot going on. I was coaching too many sports, if I'm being honest. I didn't stop to rest, even though my body was telling me to rest. And unfortunately, years and years before, at least a decade before, I had been diagnosed with something called Meniere's disease. So, what Meniere's disease is, it's a disease within the inner ear. It's an imbalance of the fluid within the inner ear, which affects your equilibrium. So fall and winter of 2021, I was running myself ragged, honestly. And then it got into, the beginning of 2022, and I was still running myself ragged. And then my body was like, okay, if you're not going to rest, I'm going to make you rest. And so my body went into a really, really bad place. I developed some crippling anxiety. I was in a deep depression. I lost way too much weight for what was healthy. I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't eating. And it was really, really hard. And so I had done the work before this, years and years of work on mindset and how important that was. But when you're in really hard depression and really hard anxiety, it can be very difficult to access those tools that I had built up. But I knew where I could go for help. And one of those places was to my therapist. And so she recommended a book called Self Compassion. I believe it's by Kristen Neff. I will find that out for you and make sure I put it in comments or something. I'll find a way to get you the correct name of the book and author. But the gift of that book is instrumental in why I'm even sitting in front of this camera with you today. Being a person who is pretty joyful in my normal state. I'm a very joyful person. I have put a lot of effort into focusing on good things, surrounding myself with positive people, following people on social media that are positive, and really filtering people and things in and out of my life, depending upon whether they're bringing me positivity. And so, because of doing that work, when I received the gift of the book Self Compassion, it really made a massive impact on my healing, as well as medication and finally being able to sleep, because sleep is so incredibly important for appetite, for mood, for focus. And I'm so, so grateful to my therapist for the recommendation of this book. So I want you to know that it's okay not to be okay. When I grew up and the generations that came before me, my mom, my grandparents, we were kind of taught to just suck it up, right? Whatever might be going on, just suck it up. You got to push through it. Just be happy. Just put a smile on your face, right? Just be grateful. Just be joyful. And while some of those things can be helpful sometimes, sometimes we do need to push through. And sometimes we do need to kind of okay, I can be frustrated or something else later, but right now there's some things I got to get done. That can be helpful sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes what we need to do is cry and let ourselves know, self-compassion, let ourselves know it's okay that I'm upset right now. It's okay that I'm hurting right now. It's okay that I'm frustrated. It's okay that I'm angry. To be able to speak to ourselves like that, back to what I talked to y'all about before, which the importance of self-talk, right? So when you combine self-talk with self-compassion, some beautiful things can happen, because the way that we talk to ourselves all the time is important. the way we talk to ourselves when things are really hard could not be more important. So this past week, I had a breakdown, and I have been frustrated because after all that went down with my health, and I started to become myself again through the help of medication and continued therapy, getting sleep, finally eating, finally gaining my strength back, all of that, I still have not fully recovered. And it is frustrating. There are days that I deal with it and I'm like, okay, I'm just on my way back. And then there are those days that I'm very impatient and I'm like, why am I not 100% yet? And this week it was one of those days. So I broke down and just started crying like hard. And I was like, kind of not yelling, but like raising my voice about all these things that I'm doing. I'm taking all these supplements, these vitamins, a tea, a tincture. I'm doing massage and chiropractic. And I looked at the counter of all these different medications and supplements really that I was taking. And still, I wasn't feeling amazing. And my mornings take a long time for me to get ready because I usually don't feel good in the morning, but I have a job to get to. And so I was really, really down and really, really frustrated. And to be honest, I feel like I'm in one of those depression states currently. It's not taking me down every second of the day, but I know that I'm lacking the energy, lacking the positivity that I love to have. And so I've spoken to the people closest to me about how I'm feeling, in particular, my wife. And we talked about some things to take some pressure or stress off my plate, some things to take off of my morning, some things to help me get some better sleep. I spoke to the rest of the admin staff at my school and talked to them about how I can get some more sleep in the morning and, just what I was going through. And their support has been fantastic. I've talked to my friends about it. And that's the part of this that is the second part. So it's okay not to be okay, period. I just hope we also ask for help. And that's the part that I think we were also taught growing up. First of all, suck it up, right? And then you don't let anybody know anything. And then also you just figure it out on your own. And I just want to dispel all that. All of that is useless. It doesn't, not asking for help doesn't do any good. We were not meant to face this whole life thing on our own. If we were, we'd be here by ourselves, but that just ain't the case, right? So we're here with other people. We're here in community with other people. We're here to love and help and be kind with and to other people. And so I highly, highly encourage you to talk to the people closest to you when you're not doing okay. Be honest with how you're truly feeling. My wife and I were out yesterday just trying to run some errands. We don't get days off together very often. And she looked at me and she's like, how are you feeling? And I was like, not very good. And she's like, yeah, I could tell. And so even me saying not very good is a step for me in the right direction. Usually I would kind of cover it up like, I'm doing all right, or I'm pretty good, when I know that I'm not doing well. And so I want better for you. I want you to be able to be truly honest with how you're feeling. Let yourself know it's okay to be feeling how you're feeling, however that is. And then please, please, please ask for help. Self-compassion, right? However you would speak to someone you love and care about when they're going through something hard, that's how we need to speak to ourselves. We would never put down one of our friends or family members who is struggling with anxiety or depression or going through a really hard time and be like, yo, you need to suck it up. What you're feeling is fine. Everyone goes through it. Like, you just need to keep pushing forward. Maybe some of us would do that, but I challenge you that that's not helpful. If you are a person that would say that, that's not helpful to whoever you're talking to, and that wouldn't be helpful to you. So the biggest part of self-compassion is that we acknowledge how we feel, we validate our own feelings, we validate whatever it is we're going through, and then speak to ourselves with compassion, kindness, and empathy for whatever it is that we're struggling with. It doesn't have to be anxiety or depression. It could be the state of our country right now. And when we're feeling frustrated, saying to ourselves, like, it's okay that I'm angry about what's happening. It's okay that I'm frustrated with what's going on. It might be something within our families. And we might need to say, it's okay that I feel disappointed with the things that are happening within my family or friend group or your job. Whatever it is that you're feeling, validate your own feelings. Let yourself know it's okay to be feeling whatever it is that you're feeling. Ever since I started this practice of self-compassion, I've been talking to so many people about it, in particular, my students who come in and they're frustrated, upset, hurt, sad for so many different reasons. And because I've been given this gift of self-compassion, I can teach it to them too. And I talk to them about validating their own feelings. And I let them know it's okay to be feeling whatever you're feeling. No matter what it is, it's okay. If you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. If you're disappointed, hurt, whatever, be those things and let yourself know it's okay to be those things. And then what I love is if they're sitting in my office, they've already come to ask for help, which amazing, right? But as adults, sometimes we feel like we have to carry it all on our shoulders. I'm going to let you know from experience. The longer you carry that load on your own, the harder it's going to be for you to recover from what you're going through. Because that weight is going to weigh us down, and our body, unless we take a break, it's going to pick the break for us. And we don't want to get to that point. Believe me, from experience, I know. So, beautiful people, be compassionate to yourself. Speak to yourself when you're going through something hard with kindness and empathy. And then let yourself know it's okay not to be okay. And then please go ask for help. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you, or hopefully you'll hear me next time.